Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be making a dog basket for my dog on my new Trike that I just got. Now originally this thing came with a basket, but I really don't need it. It makes noise when I drive it. It's kind of old, so I would really rather make a little platform for this dude to sit, lay down on while we cruise around. So let's get started.
Alright, so obviously the first thing we got to do is measure, and the material that I'm going to be using for the base of this project is angle iron, 1-inch angle iron, mild steel, nothing special. Luckily the bike's frame already has mounting points that are threaded, so this will make it way more easier, and luckily it is symmetrical, so whatever I do to one side, I do to the other.
Okay, so now that we got our foundation in, it's pretty strong, pretty solid, it's not going anywhere. Now we build the platform that the piece of plywood is going to go on top of. So that means we're going to use the same corner pieces, 1-inch by 1-inch, to make the outer frame, and that is what's going to hold the piece of plywood in. So to do that, we first have to do the width wise, and then obviously the length, and then the back width. So that means we got to clean up all this metal and get it ready to tack weld.
And then once I got the frame done, the next thing I got to do is cut the 2x4s. I know I said plywood earlier in the video, but I realized later that the 2x4s would look way more better, and it's a little bit stronger. And believe me when I say that I did not measure the width of the frame, just the length, yet the clearances were amazing. And then once I got the 2x4s done, they're pretty rough, so I just decided to sand it a little bit. I didn't do a great job with the sanding, but it's good. And the way I'm going to mount the 2x4s is just by making these holes here and then screwing the plywoods with screws underneath. And I'm not going to stain it, I'm going to burn it, because it looks way better in my opinion burned than stained. And honestly I didn't have any stain. And then once I'm done burning, the next thing I'm going to do is do a single pass with the router to get rid of that horrible 90-degree cut on the end of the 2x4s on the very far back, just so my dog doesn't get any splinters when jumping on, and also because it looks a little bit cleaner. But the 2x4s are not symmetrical and they're not even, so it didn't do such a good job, so I did a single pass with the sander. Now I got to fully weld the frame, paint it, put it back on the bike, and this is where the threaded inserts come in clutch, because I don't have to do any more work than just screw the 4 screws. And then once that's done, I got to put the 2x4s in, and when that is done, I just put in the 6 screws that are underneath, and we should be good. And the last thing that I'm going to do is actually install these O-hooks on the flatbed. I'm not going to put it on the very far back because, again, my dog could get hurt. So I'm going to put it behind this little reflector, and I'm super excited because I get to use my new universal socket that I haven't used until now, and it works phenomenal. I love this thing. I think it's the best $16 tool that I've ever bought. once that is done, we're done. That's it. That's how easy it is to make a flatbed. I also added this little burn mark. Let's see if he likes it. Up. Up. Ready? Alright, so we're done. That's it. The bike is complete. Relatively easy if you have the proper tools. This is probably the best thing I've ever done to a bike. Definitely prefer this over the basket that it came with it. I love it. This dude loves it. People on the street when I'm cruising around have told me how much they like it, specifically when this dude is on. I don't know what, he just attracts attention. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.